Hello! In this video, I'll be going over dungeon mechanics for Sogun's Lament Gardens, also known as Canon Gen. I will explain how to mob skip, the first boss, corridors, and the final boss mechanics. Let's get started. First, for the mob skip, sprint and jump onto the ledge on the right. Once you jump off the rock, float over the rest of the mobs until you reach the other side, still keeping to the wall on the right. The only mobs you have to kill are the ones directly in front of the door. Once you kill most of these mobs, Iruga's shadow will appear. Iruga's shadow is a mini version of the first boss. It doesn't have any CC bars, so you can CC it like a mini boss. Your screen will periodically shake and it will throw a bunch of lightning projectiles at the team. You can use your personal defense skills, party protect skills, or divine veil to block them. Once you kill Iruga's shadow, you can head into the first boss room. Iruga's attack patterns are pretty simple. It starts with 2 frontal 180 swipes, 2 linear frontals, and then a quick frontal 120 cone attack. After that, it throws an AoE where the tank is standing. Once it goes into phase, your screen shakes and Iruga jumps to another part of the room. It fires off 3 sets of 4 lightning projectiles for a total of 12 lightning projectiles. Your team can Hungwoon block this or use Divine Veil to block the attacks. Once it fires off all 12 projectiles, someone will be marked with Iruga's eyes, which is a range check. All you have to do is walk away from where you were standing when you first got marked. After the mark expires, its CC bars open and you must CC it or everyone will sustain a lot of damage. If you fail to CC the boss, use Sea Shroud, Hungwoon Block, or Frost Sheath to protect your party. Once you kill the boss, corridors open up. The weavers on each side open the gates of the opposite side, so the team must split evenly by DPS. The levers can be interacted with once you kill the large mannequin at the door. Killing the other mobs is optional, but some of them will de-aggro once you get far away enough from them. I recommend using the defense skills that block projectiles to avoid getting killed by the archer spam. For the final boss fight, there's a proper way of doing it and then there's brute forcing it. In short, the proper way of fighting them involves splitting the team 3-3, 4-2, or even 5-1 and keeping them separated so the bosses don't heal each other. But it's more common that people will group them together on one side for the entire fight. Make sure you don't knock them down and don't use any soul cores with knockdown effects. If you knock them down, they will jump to the other side and you'll need to reset the run. Haze and stun are fine, and can even be helpful if you need to group them together after they drift apart. To begin the fight, a ranged player tags Ken because the bosses throw puddles at whoever tags them. It isn't necessary to start the fight this way, but it's helpful for melee players who need to be close to the fight. For classes with high burst opener, you might find it beneficial to wait 5 seconds until Gen jumps over. Throughout the fight, Gen does a spin counterattack that will deflect your seals and leave you stunned. Either keep an eye out for this attack or focus your attacks on Ken. Every time the bosses say, they both do a large red AoE attack. This doesn't do damage, but it stacks the debuff that lasts 40 seconds. If you accumulate 4 stacks, you will get dazed for a couple seconds. You can Hungwoon block, iframe, or step out of the AoE range. After the red AoE, there will be 5 seconds before they start throwing puddles at the farthest player. This is a range mechanic, and usually warlocks or force masters are responsible for leading puddles away from the team. Look closely at Ken and Gen for their cues and shuffle to the opposite side of the room away from their team.
Sparkling, huh? I'll get you! Sparkling, huh?